Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty Firehawk Spire, bringing you a 1 vs 1 replay in Tiberian Wars. This time, as today I'm going to make actually 2 videocasts. The first one is for StarCraft and the second one is the one you see right now from Command & Conquer 3. However, because this is a VoD requested by a friend, this videocast has a priority, so you will see that probably a few hours earlier than the other one. So that's all I wanted to say. Now, as you can see, this is 1 vs 1 on pipeline problems, so everything that you probably figured out by now. We've got 2 players, Aeonian and Cloverfield. Both are very well known, both are top level players, so we're going to expect some very nice action. I just pray I'm not going to miss anything and I will not touch this stupid escape button. Maybe I should just remove it from my keyboard, I don't know. So there we go, Cloverfield actually playing as Yellow Ned. Yeah, of course, this is Yellow Nerd. This is Yellow Nod. And Aeonian playing as Green Tiberian War. See, that's exactly what I meant. Aeonian is playing as Green GDI, and actually he is not going for the Crane build, instead he's going for fast tracks with Watchtower cells, so he's getting that those extra scouts very fast. While in the meantime, Cloverfield is going for a standard build order with Crane and probably double refinery. I'm actually going to check it, but probably I do not even need to. Yeah, double refinery. So this is a standard build right here on this map. It gives you a very nice economy right from the early on. And to be honest, I think it is a better idea to go for the stats instead of going for early scouts, like what Aeonian is doing. Well, okay, so Aeonian has completely ignored his blue expo. Instead, he is going for the green one. Well, this might give him a lot of problems every game, or rather, this might give him a lot of problems in mid game, because in early game, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to see, some nice APC engineer action. So we're going to see how well Cloverfield can react to this, because obviously this is a big threat, and actually I should have thought of this when I saw this first power plant being powered from Aeonian. Well, my bad, I guess. He just wanted to make some APC engineer and I did not think of it. So let's see how well Cloverfield will react to that and how fast. This is most important question. So he is already getting his first war factory. He probably can already see this APC. Yeah, he definitely can see it. And yeah, he's getting his rocket squad as fast as possible. That said, it might be a little bit too late. We'll see how well Aeonian can micro his APC. Is he going to be able to capture any sector or just force a sell-off? Is he going to do so? Yeah, he did force a sell-off. He could not capture it, in my opinion, because there were too many anti-infantry defenses. This engineer would have been killed either way, but still, this was a risk that Cloverfield did not want to take, so very nice action by both players over here. And oh, actually, I missed that. Well, this was a failed APC action because once again Cloverfield did sell his war factory. I noticed that by this dead engineer laying on the ground, but still, no factory and one less refinery early on. This was really a successful APC engineer harassment, and right now, as you can see, Aeonian has decided that after the damage has been done, he can safely move into the blue Tiberian while pushing on with just those 2 proto tanks, trying to deal some damage. Now, where are those bikes? I know that there are bikes. Yeah, here they are. Here are those bikes. I was searching for them. But there's a single watchtower where it can deal a lot of damage to those bikes, but they'll just run out of range. No, there is no out of range for those bikes, as there's a second watchtower, and they just managed to own them hard. And now we've got those Predator tanks just trying to move in. Actually, they are not trying any longer. They're just doing their stuff. And actually, look at this. This is some nice thing that Aeonian has just done. He does not allow his opponent to capture this very important Tiberian spike, because he just placed a single fox over here. And you look at the slaughterhouse. I mean, this is just beautiful act of massacre right now on this Aeonian troops that just decimated the opponent. So as you can see, Cloverfield is going for a second command center, and he's already at tier 3, so he is going for a fast tech instead of going for a mass refineries into the mid-Tiberian field. Or he is going to do this right now with the support of billion obelisks, which is always a probable thing. Yeah, I think this is exactly what he's going to do. Meanwhile, while this is happening, he's also making a single flame tank, probably to harass, but he is going to be scouted out by Aeonian. Meanwhile, while this is happening, I think I say meanwhile too many times, and is probably aware of this flame tank, as he is moving his Predator tanks to cover this side of the map, and he'll just be secure from that thread. Wow, oh man, there's a lot of rocket troops right there. Rocket squads, whatever. I think it doesn't matter if you see troops or squads. But all the man, those harvesters are in a really bad shape. Look at this, and just use his gun to wipe out those harvesters. But there we go, double obelisks right now going to be protecting those harvesters. Not sure what this flame tank is doing though. It is going to be killed in a second by those Predator tanks. Actually, I'm wondering how Aeonian could see this house. Probably just a speedball. I just didn't realize it has such a big range. Well, my bad, I guess. I fail. So there we go. The first avatar is already on the move, and there are no upgraded amount of tanks. So at this moment, this unit is unmatched. And oh, a harvester lost on this green type field is going to be a big problem right now for Cloverfield. I wonder how is he going to hold up. And actually, there are some anti-air defenses, which means that either Aeonian has scouted out some air, or that he's just afraid of. Yeah, I know exactly what those are. He's just so afraid of those Tiberium vapor bombs that he wants to make sure that he is not protected from it, because he probably scouted out this Tiberium chemical plant. Let's see if he did. Yeah, he definitely did. He knows about. Hey, what is going on? Oh, there we go. Actually, Cloverfield managed to sneak in this flame siege tank. Yeah, this is definitely a flame siege tank. This flame tank into the opponent's base. He is burning out those structures. Well, actually, I did not catch how many structures did he burn. He definitely. I do not think he burned anything. I mean, the MCV is safe right here. Actually, this is construction yard, not MCV, but I guess who cares. So this was a nice idea, nicely executed, but not so nice as it should have been. I mean, this if this flame tank would have been in hold fire stance and would not attack this harvester that it did attack, it wouldn't let Aeonian, and maybe, just maybe, this would be a more successful push. And there we go, first Firehawk is already on the battlefield, and a first Sonic Emitter is on the battlefield as well. However, it is badly placed, as it is going to be killed by those avatars in no time, and it didn't even have this power plant secured. And oh man, those Predator tanks are in a really bad position. They need not to move, and they actually did move by accident probably, or by a misclick. But however, the rest of those Predator tanks are firing upon those obelisks, which are also firing. So I guess everybody is firing in this huge battle for the middle area, which is always so typical for this map. Those Firehawks are trying to do as much damage as possible, and they are going to just destroy, devastate, decimate, own those obelisks, as they just so great. They're so awesome. They do not even need to drop their bombs. They just fly around something and they say, "Hello, I'm awesome," and everybody's just, "Oh no, he's awesome!" And they die, right? So this is kind of failed trick over here by my side. So as you can see, Cloverfield continues his push with those obelisks. So this is a very nice idea. Do those obelisks have a range on this airfield? I'm not sure. I would love to know this, but yeah, they do have a range of this. Oh no, don't let he fly away, fly away. Oh, this is so close, and Aeonian would have lost his Firehawk. So this is a nice play from both places here. As you can see, Cloverfield is safely denying his opponents trying to harass. Okay, I thought that this is some tricky move right there, but this was not. So as I can see, Aeonian, excuse me, is not in the best situation. He's got to defend. He cannot make any, you know, aggressive moves except for taking those juggernauts and firing upon enemies' airfields while creating his own airfield. So we're going to see who is going to prefer this battle. I mean, there's quite a lot of those upgraded Predator tanks, so they should have quite a lot of firepower. Still, it will not be enough if there are 4 obelisks guarding this area, even with the help of Firehawks, because they have nowhere to land. This is just so painful to watch. Yeah, there is an airfield, however, so they are able to land and refuel their bombs. So this is going to be an important thing for Aeonian. However, as you can see, those avatars are going to be pulled back by those zone troopers, because yeah, this is just the purpose of zone troopers, to own those avatars. However, as you know, avatars have just so much health, they can just squish everything they want in their way, just like they would squish a bag or something. But as you can see, in this very moment, it seems like Aeonian has managed to pull off the enemy attack. Cloverfield is looks like bugging off. He's making some obelisks and he's moving his avatars to attack once again. And oh man, what are those dragons doing? They're going to be killed by those avatars in no problem. 2 dragons already down, 3 will be done in a second. Not yet, not yet. Now there are 3 down. And as you can see, Aeonian's army is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller every second. However, as you can see, those Cloverfield is still not in a comfortable position to attack. He's just slowly pushing his way into the opponent's base, but he still cannot deny the opponent's harvest on this green Tiberian front, which is exactly what he's trying to do all the way. So this is very important for him to right now move those avatars and fire on those harvests, which is exactly what he's doing right now. He's going to harass those harvests, deny all Aeonian harvesting operations, and this is just so important right now because this is really going to put Aeonian far behind, and Cloverfield is just going to safely sit at his base and gather from 3-4 Tiberian fields, while Aeonian is going to only to have 2. However, one thing I do want to notice is this single Tiberian tower. Tiberian spike, excuse me, that is still not captured after the initial fail. Cloverfield did forget to try and recapture it. Single Scorpion tank or whatever could bust through this foxhole and squish the infantry and allow an engineer to capture it, and this would actually mean quite a big money difference and would just make this game so much easier for Cloverfield. So as you can see, Cloverfield is right now just sitting some Tiberian from his opponent. Very clever thing to do, and oh, this harvester was just accidentally in the range of those Dragonauts, and he's going to die if he's going to be spotted by the Sonic Emitter. Well, Sonic Emitter is aiming at the other harvester. However, this harvester has been killed by another Dragonaut. Salvation, and it actually was not salvation for him, it was like desecration or something. I don't know how to call this, and I actually have no idea why I call this salvation. Well, maybe it was a salvation for his doomed soul that was on stealing enemies' Tiberian field, so he is being salvation. Nah, this actually did not make any sense at all, and I just think to help myself and pretend that it did make any sense when it didn't. So as you can see, those players are in a kinda no push position, as both players do not really want to make their moves, as they are both unsure of who is going to win this fight. But however, if I would have to be honest, oh, there's some nice action. As you can see, Cloverfield is destroying his avatars in order to get the husks. This is a very clever idea. As you can see, meanwhile, those beautiful firehawks are destroying the enemy's buildings in such a beautiful measure that nobody can even compare to this. However, as you can see, I do believe that Cloverfield is having an advantage with just so many avatars that can push the line and just squish all those infantry units. However, with so many zone troopers, I would be a little bit afraid to come in because they are just so on those avatars in big numbers. Okay, those are not the big numbers I was talking about, but still they can do some damage. And I'm not sure how those avatars could react to that. Maybe if they would try to flank the opponent, they could actually sneak past by those Sonic Emitters and deal a lot of damage while not getting too much damage on their own. So this cluster is not what Cloverfield wants.